Good test.
Here we are with Michael from Smart Firearms. We're in the law enforcement section. You guys might have found this section or not, but
basically the hardest thing to do when we're teaching people to shoot is to keep their finger out of the trigger guard, right? The hardest thing to do. If that finger migrates into the guard, not supposed to be in it, forces them to index along the side of the frame, unless they're a shooter, it knows the difference. And I'll use this as a safe direction. Everyone can see it's an inert weapon. Even a slow, deliberate shooter, never going to get the alarm. But if I go in there and I sit, it's going to go right away.
it's pretty good for like kids.
Absolutely, fantastic.
Just training your kids in the home.
Absolutely. Now we'll walk over here to the shot box. Our weapon system is the only one that works with shot box. Box will replicate the sound of gunfire as we discharge our weapon. All right, here we go. We're going to do a muffled sound here, and I'll use this again.
I don't want to get you in trouble.
Oh, no. The box is over it, so we're not going to it almost doesn't even hear it.
Oh, wow.
So, but if this is off, we replicate the sound. So if you're doing an active shooter drill, you can stress your participants, which we want to do. We want to stress our participants. And I can back up and engage that. So I'm going to bring that back. So, if you don't...
Good test.
So you created the product.
I did.
Yeah.
So I just identified a need that where a lot of the training weapons that were being used in the defensive tactics units at the major police department were really not up to the task of giving the officers the skills that they needed out on the street. The other thing is with the red and the blue guns, how we were indicating that we're taking lethal action in a mat room, is we would actually orient towards someone and we would say bang bang. And it's a really bad way of doing business because we're verbalizing what needs to be in action. And for anyone that knows how we learn, good grief, if we learn to verbalize an action under stress, we will actually verbalize the action and not do it. And there's been gunfights, I won't name police departments, but that have been on the dash cam where officers have come out of their holster, engaged the subject, and said bang bang with no round being discharged. The departments that are using us have seen their accidental discharges drop. So we have ones that fit the Glock holsters, M&P. The SIG is our new flagship. I will just show it really quick, just because I think it's so pretty. There it is.
I'm a SIG owner.
Oh, do you like the SIG? The 320? Yeah, so, and magazine seating is exactly the same as your live weapon. Very important is that we fit all the holsters that are out there, and that's very important. A lot of the weapon systems out there don't fit the holsters.
I know so many instructors that would benefit from this, and you would immediately teach your students how to not put their finger on the trigger, which is like the paramount safety features of just being a gun owner.
So the shot box is basically working off of a bank of capacitors and transformers. So we're amping it up, loading the capacitors, and then discharging them into each of these little containers has electrodes, 5 electrodes in there. So we're sending a little spark, and then we have this voltage, and it just boom.
So what, like the laser makes it go off?
No, so inside the gun is a transmitter. So we could take this gun and walk way over there.
Okay.
And pull the trigger.
Back up and engage that. So I'm going to bring that back. So if you don't...
Good test.
Smart Firearms.
Here we are.
Law enforcement, I know like maybe my sheriff's department, you know, Bill Elder, if you're watching this, you can benefit
Hi, Bill.
a little bit. Yeah.
With 250 departments in the U.S., of the 20 largest police departments in the U.S., we're in service with 12 of them. New York State Police just ordered 300 of them for every recruit in Albany. We're getting more and more big orders where departments are saying, we're going to give this training gun to our recruits the entire time they're in the academy. They're going to wear this instead of just an inert weapon. So we've seen our sales in the last year to law enforcement triple.
What do you think the statistics are of like law enforcement pulling their gun and firing off a negligent discharge?
So we're looking at about 2 a day, somewhere in the country. Luckily, because the world is a big world, and there's it's a big world in small bullets. So most of the time, you're looking at rounds that go into a cruiser door, into the dirt. Luckily, nobody catches that round. A lot of times with our accidents, the officers themselves will catch that round. And the reason for that is, if there's bad trigger discipline on the draw, as they come up out of the holster, they can potentially put a round down their leg.
How can they get a hold of you? What is your website?
Yeah, www.smartfirearms.us is our website, and you can just write to us at sales@smartfirearms.
I'll put the link in this video.
Thank you.
So you can check that out.
We appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Definitely a great product to have. Well, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
We'd love to get you a demo if you'd like one,
Okay.
just to destroy and see if you like it.
Let's demo it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right to you.
I love it.
I got you on the messenger, so we'll send you a little, electronic target gun, everything ready for it.
Our whole goal as a company is that you never play pretend in training, that you actually train as you will fight.